We begin this hour in KwaZulu-Natal, where the inquest into the death of former ANC leader Chief Albert Luthuli is expected to continue in the High Court in Pietermaritzburg. The proceedings aim to re-examine the circumstances surrounding Lutuli's death back in July of 1967. Initially, of course, it was ruled as an accident involving a goods train. The reopened inquest has already heard from ANC leaders and members of the Lutuli family who've all questioned the version of events as presented by the Apartheid government. Let's take you to that court. That's where we find our senior reporter, Ayanda Mhlongo, who joins us now live. And Ayanda, you've been watching this inquest for a couple of days now. I imagine the question on many people's minds is whether or not there's a crystallizing picture around what might have actually happened to this great leader.
And a very good morning to you and good morning to our viewers. Certainly a picture is definitely starting to emerge and as exactly what may have happened on the day that Chief Albert Luthuli died. And as you've mentioned there, of course, that we've heard a testimony already from a number of witnesses. We are now, in fact, on our eighth witness. So these including, of course, the investigators, the team that is behind this investigation. We've also heard from an ANC leader, as well as, most importantly, of course, and the family, the Luthuli family, which we've been saying from the onset. This is a family that has waited many, many years, close to 6 decades for this moment. And I must tell you that yesterday, and just to recap on what happened yesterday in terms of the testimony yesterday, the grandson of Chief Albert Luthuli was back on the stand. That is Tunzi Lutuli. And I must say that his testimony yesterday, taking many people that were in this court back, he did not hold back, and essentially us just or court getting the sense of just how much this matter has weighed, particularly on the Lutuli matter. He lambasted the ANC government, one for saying that this inquest has taken longer than they had expected. Also, and I'm just going to quote exactly what he said. He said that there was a deal between the nationalist government and the ANC not to prosecute these cases. And of course, this is when he was really going at it at the court and saying that they're not happy with the period that they've had to wait, even mentioning, of course, that some of the people who would have been implicated in this case have died and so can no longer be prosecuted. And namely, he pointed to the train driver, the conductor, and the train master, as there has been evidence already that has been brought to this court that appears to suggest that there may have been some collusion between these three individuals who worked, who were railway staff. So very, very angry, visibly frustrated Tunzi Lutuli there on the stand. Also, I speaking about the suffering of the Lutuli family all of these years, and saying that the ANC has regarded him, and we heard in fact from the ANC convener in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, Jeff Khatebe, when he testified before this commission, how much they revered Chief Albert Luthuli, and even saying that they saw him as one of the greatest leaders of the ANC. And Tunzi Lutuli saying that the ANC is regarding Lutuli as one of its greatest leaders. However, they've got nothing to show for it, saying that the family has struggled. The loss of Chief Lutuli really dealt the family a massive blow, and saying that the family has never received any financial compensation for that. So clearly a very, 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 I'd say angry Tunzi Lutuli yesterday as he concluded his testimony before this inquest. And I was saying today we are now to the eighth witness as the court continues just to get a sort of a historical context of the times, which is going to be very important for the court to sort of understand the role that Chief Albert Luthuli played, within the government, within the ANC, should I say, at the time, and obviously the threat that he posed on the apartheid government. So certainly I must say, and of all the days, yesterday was one that really took many people that were here back from what Tunzi Lutuli was saying. And I remember turning to the gallery and just looking at the ANC leaders that have been following this inquest quite closely. Many of them just putting their heads down, shaking their heads when they heard what he was saying. We also had an opportunity thereafter to speak to one of the senior leaders of the ANC, Dr. Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma, who was present in court yesterday, just on her take of what Mr. Lutuli had to say. And of course, she did not want to be drawn into responding directly to why this inquest has taken so long. But of course, she then spoke on the issues around the financial compensation, seemingly agreeing with what he had said. So I said, Ayanda, yesterday, of course, of all the days, hearing some, revealing testimony coming from Tunzi Lutuli. And of course, we continue today with more witnesses that are going to testify before this commission. Ayanda?
Right, Ayanda Mhlongo, live to us there from the High Court in Pietermaritzburg.